Britney Spears in a playful moment with her family.
Oh,
Riding a bike with her niece.
Get sissy, get sissy!
Her father, Jamie, in the beard, there. These videos, shared exclusively with ABC News by Jamie's attorney, Vivian Thoreen, show the Spears family together during the pandemic.
I understand that every story needs a villain, but people have it so wrong here. This is a story about a fiercely loving, dedicated, and loyal father who rescued his daughter from a life-threatening situation.
The relationship between the Princess of Pop and her father coming under renewed scrutiny as the Free Britney movement continues calling for an end to her conservatorship.
Free Britney!
A functioning woman that's been working nonstop, it doesn't make any sense.
That grassroots movement and the inner workings of the conservatorship arrangement highlighted in a recent New York Times FX documentary, Framing Britney Spears, which re-examines the superstar's rise and public fall through today's lens. Now, her father, Jamie Spears, who was placed in charge of her career, her finances, and her health decisions in 2008 when she was just 26. Responding through his lawyer, Vivian Thoreen, in an exclusive interview with my colleague, Amy Robach.
Jamie saved Britney's life, and over the last 13 years, he has worked tirelessly to protect her. He has collaborated with her to help her regain custody of her children. He has brought her finances back from disaster, and he's created a safe environment for her to live her life the way she wants, away from the media that caused her so much pain.
Britney Spears was only 16 years old when she catapulted to stardom in 1998 with her multi-platinum hit, Baby One More Time.
She came across as a strong, young high school student in her first video. She was very pretty and sexy, a late teenager, and that was an image that she built on over the next several years as she became one of the biggest stars in the world.
Releasing one mega hit after another. Oops, I Did It Again in 2000, and Toxic in 2003. Within years, the girl next door from Kentwood, Louisiana had become a household name. But by 2007, life in the spotlight seeming to take a toll. The young mother of two appearing to publicly struggle amidst a divorce, custody battle, and continued media scrutiny.
Britney Spears is back in the headlines in a big way this morning. Video of Britney Spears with a shaved head circulates over the internet.
Under the relentless flash of cameras, she famously took a pair of clippers to her own hair at a Los Angeles salon.
The way that she was treated by the media, the way that the tabloids talked about her, the way that the paparazzi would not leave her alone. People tend to lash out when there's that kind of pressure on them, and she did.
Then later that year, an infamous performance at the MTV Video Music Awards. What seemed to be a public unraveling coming to a head in an altercation with paparazzi in LA.
I go to the car, I tell Britney, hey Britney, all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna ask you a couple of questions and then I'm gonna leave you alone. And Allie's coming up to me and she's like, guys, please, please.
Please, guys. Don't, guys, please, guys.
And Britney just grabbed the umbrella, started coming after me, and starts beating the passenger side of my truck.
We call this Framing Britney Spears. One of the reasons is because there's these frames that everyone remembers when they talk about her, when she shaved her head and when she hit the car with an umbrella.
She was going out visiting Kevin Federline at his home. The kids meant the world to Britney, and she wanted to see her kids. And Kevin said no.
Part of the reason we wanted to do the film was to pull back from that frame and show you what's outside of it. And one of the things we found is that she was going through a custody battle during this time.
That following year, after 2 hospitalizations, Britney's father, Jamie, assumed control over his daughter's estate, along with an outside trust.
I don't think people really know what a conservatorship is, as much as attention as it's gotten in recent months. I don't think people knew that it was weird for a young person to be under one, let alone be under one for 13 years.
13 years later, the court-mandated conservatorship still in effect, denying the 39-year-old control of her estate, prompting the question, why?
If Britney, through her lawyer, though, is asking that Jamie, her father, not be a part of her conservatorship, why does Jamie then still insist on being her conservator?
Jamie serves as Britney's conservator because he loves her. He wants the best for Britney.
Jamie's attorneys say court documents show that when he stepped in as conservator in 2008, Britney's assets were only worth $2.8 million. They say he has worked with his daughter to increase her net worth to nearly $60 million in 2019.
Britney's assets were clearly being mismanaged, and she was being taken advantage of financially by some of those around her.
Since 2008, Britney has released 4 albums, starred on a primetime show.
I felt like I had a connection with you the moment you started singing.
And even hosted her own Las Vegas residency. But she has not performed professionally since 2018, abruptly canceling her Las Vegas residency the following year, saying her dad was sick and she needed to focus on family. Fans now turning to the performer's Instagram account for behind-the-scenes glimpses into her life and hints about her well-being, including dance videos and messages to fans.
I pulled out all of my jackets, and then the next day it was really hot. It was very confusing.
And last November, her attorney telling a judge, "My client has informed me that she is afraid of her father," adding she will not perform again if her father is in charge of her career.
Can you explain why Britney's lawyer is saying she doesn't want her dad in charge of her finances anymore?
Throughout 2020, Britney and her father had many conversations. And in fact, early on in the pandemic, they spent 2 weeks with other family members, hunkered down in Louisiana, and they spent a lot of time together. And in that time, Britney never expressed those words to her father. She's never asked him to step aside.
Why she then wouldn't just go onto social media and say, hey guys, I don't need to be freed.
Anytime Britney wishes to end her conservatorship, she can have her attorney file a petition to terminate it. She's never exercised this right in the past 13 years.
But for the members of the Free Britney movement like Dustin Strand, the question remains, what really is happening in Britney's life?
Tomorrow we have our Free Britney rally. Free Britney! Woo!
For years, Strand has traveled from Phoenix to Los Angeles.
Britney, we are here to support you. We've known for a long time that this conservatorship has been unjust.
The next conservatorship hearing is expected in March, a fight about which Britney herself remains publicly silent.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.